So that leads me to the next question I want to ask you. See, I've been alive nearly now 50 years. Okay, I'll be 50 next year.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Black don't crack.
So
wow.
You see, in the first decade of my life, I saw Nigeria that worked. Okay. And I say this to anybody below 40 years old. They haven't seen Nigeria or Africa that worked. All they have seen is dysfunction.
Yeah.
Okay. Because when I was a young boy, I used to, in those days, when Festac was new in Lagos, okay,
yeah,
the Soccerway in Lagos, under the streets, yeah, I and my friends used to go there to swim.
Wow.
Okay, we used to go there, swim, clean water, clean water. Okay, from the late 80s, everything was gone. Mess. Okay. In my first decade of life, light was constant. Okay. Light was constant. Now, no light.
Now, I don't know. Darkness is constant.
Yeah. Okay. See, I know that if, just like you said, if we have light, constant light, the economy of Nigeria will boom, explode.
Exactly. Yeah.
Explode. Okay. So tell my audience what having constant light means to the ordinary person, the youths of Nigeria, the youths of Africa. What do you just paint that picture for them so that they can start dreaming about it and start demanding this?
Thank you. So I'm going to paint two pictures. Okay. The life of someone in a rural community and the life of someone in an urban community, so that they will understand that everybody needs power.
Yeah.
Everybody. Whether you were born in a remote village or you were born in Lagos, in the heart of the city. Yeah. You need power to function. Okay. Now, so let me start with the urban. Today, where we talk about remote work, remote work has become the in thing today, even in Lagos, where I know a lot of youths who work for companies in India, UK, Canada, and they live here in Lagos and they earn in foreign currency.
Yes.
The only reason why that is possible is because they have a functional laptop, internet, everything powered by electricity.
Yeah.
Without electricity, that would never be possible.
Yeah.
That is the first one. The other example for the rural community. So imagine a farmer who is planting cassava and he has this huge piece of land where he's planting his cassava and then it's time to harvest and he harvests them. But as we know, cassava is a crop that you need to store carefully
or process.
If you don't store, now there are two ways. It's either you store it now, even if you store it dry in maybe in a room or something, it's going to still spoil at some point.
Yeah.
Because the biggest problem we have for food security in Nigeria, the challenge of that is actually post-harvest loss.
Yeah.
That's the biggest. It's not that we don't have food. The problem is that we don't know how to store it.
Them. Yeah.
Why? We don't have power to store it. And unfortunately, the people who go to farm are in the rural areas. And they still don't have access to power to store. And then those of us that stay in the urban places are waiting there for food, right?
Yeah.
And the food is supposed to come, but it's not going to come because they lack the power. Even though we might have more of the power, but they lack it. So you can see that there is a need for them to have power such that even if it is to slice the cassava and store cold, right? To store it in cold storage form, you need power. So you can see that even if it is that, you still need power. And if you are able to do that, you raise the farmer's income. He's going to sell more, definitely. And you've changed the life of one household in the rural community because you provided them stable electricity. So these are two examples I'm giving for people to see that electricity is at the basics of human need right now. We can't talk about anything else without electricity. As a matter of fact, the only reason why we are doing this successfully is because there is electricity. Right. So that
and to add to that, our industries. See, our industry. I talked to a young man who is a fashion designer in Aba. Okay, he's pretty good. I see his products always on LinkedIn. I mean, he tells me one of the biggest challenge is to compete with products from China. And the main thing they have is that they don't incur excess costs.
On power.
Okay. See, if he had power, cheap power, he could compete with anybody, because in terms of his design, he has them. But to produce that product, cost him. I don't know how much more he said power cost, but I know what that means, because my father has a small bungalow in Lagos, but to power that house, he's always running generator, and he's a retired old man. Okay, so to keep his house functioning with him in the house, because he's always at home, he cannot live without light, so he has to buy fuel all the time. And I can tell you the amount of money he spends to run that house in a month in Europe and UK. We're talking about the rise of energy costs. His energy cost in a month is like 3 months or 4 months of mine here. I mean, and we're in a country where we are so behind. See, having power will explode a country.
Exactly.
In every space, I mean, people can now do business and compete. Everyone else around the planet. So I just
in fact, let me also add that many manufacturing companies that were here have started relocating to Ghana.
Okay.
Because of the huge costs they incur.
Exactly.
To secure their own power. Right. And it's a lot, because when you are, let's say you are a manufacturer of cars.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly. Huge power consumption. Yes.
Enormous energy to run such an industry.
Yeah.
Imagine. That's why I give a lot of kudos to, I don't know whether I should mention
Come on,
it.
anyone
Okay.
you can mention. I mean,
Innocent. I
good.
give a lot of kudos to Innocent sitting here and still producing those cars, and it's made the cost of the car to be expensive.
Exactly.
Yes, but a number of people can still afford, because
afford it. So
go out,
that tells you if he has power, how much the reduction of the cost that will be. Yeah.
And then it will be affordable by the people, and they will be using more of the Nigerian cars here than imported cars.
Exactly.
And that affects the economy.
Now,
definitely.
I will now ask the question. Okay. Why is our government not doing anything? See, in my position, okay, I can say maybe those people who are gaining from the dysfunction of our energy industry are the cost that they are holding everything down, not to work, just for them to make a few more dollars, because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I attribute all this dysfunction to those few people who are making money from it, at the expense of every other person.
Yeah.
And that's so painful to see. Just to think about it, it's so painful.